It's beginning to be that time of the year when we can spend more time outside into the evenings, having campfires, even camping out. But you know what gets in the way? Those pesky bugs. Plus, it's dark outside. So today we're going to be looking at a product by Boundary. You remember them? They made us the e-bulb not that long ago. We're looking at another bulb type product, but this is called the bugbulb. What? So, it's got a little bug light, plus it has a light on the top. It's really, really bright. Anyway, that's what we're going to look at today. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. My channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly as seen on TV items. I look at some consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I like to. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below. That way you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. One more thing. Don't forget to check down the description for my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I would love it if you would follow me there too. Now, let's take a closer look at this bugbulb to see if it's any good. Here is our Boundary Bug Killer Lantern. Now, it's supposed to kill bugs on contact, and let's see if I can focus this a little better. It's supposed to be geared towards mosquitoes. Well, then it says and bugs. All right, so let's open this to see what we have. I've got a set of directions and a light bulb. Whoa, that was weird. So when I saw the picture, and I'll show it to you here, I immediately thought that this was a hard plastic top, but look at this. It's like some weird silicone rubberish feel. All right, so I have an on-off button here. This looks like the button for my bug light. I've got my, looks like what's for my charger. I'll check that out. And I have a little hook here on the top. Very cool. Let's see if there's a charge from the factory. Push the power button once. Oh, it lights up. Push the power button twice. Ooh, even brighter. And 3 times the brightest yet. All right, turn that off. Now let's see the bug light part. All right, that's cool. I wonder if I can work the lantern and the bug light at the same time. I sure can. All right, that's cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through the directions to see how long I have to charge it up. Then we're going to use it to see if we can get some mosquitoes. In the directions, they call this a bug bulb, but I did see that written on the box, so we're going to call it that from here on out. So I did have 2 of these lights. I should have pointed that out, and they came with 2 USB or micro USB chargers. It does not tell me how long that they're supposed to charge for. It does say when it's charging, it will be red, and when it's done charging, these lights will be green. So we'll come back when it's done charging, and then at nighttime, we'll test out, well, the lantern and the bug light. After our unit is fully charged, you see that red light turned to green. I will say I ran this completely down so the battery was completely out, and to charge it back up took just over 4 hours to go from completely dead all the way back up to fully charged. We are going to run a little test to see how long this light will operate with the bug light part on and the light on full power. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it here. We're going to start the clock, and I'll bring you back when, well, the lights go out. There you have it. What seemed like mere seconds for you was actually 4.5 hours that this thing stayed on with the bug light and the lamp. Now I'm going to charge it up again, and we will test the bug lamp on its own and maybe the lamp on low. But you know what? First, I want to see if I plug this in, will the lights work? Oh, cool. So they do actually work when they're plugged in. That is pretty sweet. Here we have the bug zapper light on. So we're going to see how long it lasts. Also, in the morning, if we have any bugs that were attracted to it. We had this sitting outside overnight, and as you can see, there are a fair amount of bugs inside. The manufacturer says that you're able to just rinse this out like in your sink, and all these bugs should just clean right out. Now, I've let this sit for a few days because it's one thing to remove fresh bugs, but some of those bugs that have been sitting on there for a while, it might be more difficult. Now, this is going to be off, and then after I'm done with it, I'm going to let it dry for a while before using it again, but let's rinse it off. If I didn't see it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it, but it looks like it cleaned almost every bug off. That is pretty cool. I thought this was pretty sweet. You can actually take off the silicone part of the top light and just reveal the LED light here. I'm not sure why you would do that necessarily, but I do think it's neat that you can take it off. I guess if you want to clean it or whatnot, and then you can just push it back on so it goes inside its grooves. And there you have it. Your light is back intact. Don't forget, when you're outside, you have this cool little loop that you could hook on something so you can have your lantern upside down or even your bug light upside down. And there you have it, always sitting there. It does no good to test out the bug bulb without showing you the light part for the lantern. So let's turn that on now. Ooh, it's pretty bright. See how it does in our area here. It's a pretty good beam. Turn a little brighter yet. And then brighter still. So it is a really decent lantern. Like, you can see that larger tree off in the distance. That's about 60 feet away from me, and it looks lit up pretty well. In this video, we're looking at the bug bulb. It's a light and bug zapper built in one, and that's pretty sweet. All right, what did I like about this? I like the 3 different levels of light. That was convenient. If you didn't want it so bright, you can have it a little dimmer. Or if you want it to last longer, you can do that as well. I did get about a little over 6 hours on the brightest setting and about 12 hours on the dimmer setting. And that being said, it was still on. It didn't go all the way out, but it was sort of at that point where, I don't know if this is usable anymore. But it's a pretty quick turnaround as far as the charging, just about 4 hours. I will say the bug zapper part lasted well into 18 hours. At least those purple lights stayed on. I'm not sure if the zapper part was still effective, but the purple lights were still on. It's a pretty neat product, and I do like the versatility of it. All right, what didn't I like about it? Well, one, I wish it was kind of bigger. So if I'm looking for something to provide me comfort, right? And by comfort, I mean bugs aren't going to be flying around me. I would expect this to be at least 2 or 3 times the size, because I know when this thing was about 6-8 feet away from me, and I actually operated 2 of them, I still would see bugs flying near my head. I was having to get them away. Yeah, that thing was still zapping. It just wasn't the 16 feet of coverage that the bug bulb says it will do. Anyway, if this is something that still interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. I wanted to show you what it looked like when a bug hit this coil. So here we go. See that bug that just flew in? Well, it just made contact. Kind of anticlimactic. It sparks maybe a little, doesn't make a whole lot of noise, and all of a sudden you just see a bunch of dead bugs. So you do see that it's working, you just don't hear it a lot. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of the bug bulb, a product by Boundary. You know what? Not that long ago, I actually reviewed another product by Boundary, and it's their rechargeable lamp lights, or lights that you just screw into a regular socket. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to link up that review right up here, and I would love it if you would click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm going to join you at that review. So go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.